It's a big story. I mean, I'm hearing about this all over the place about the 4 Americans who were kidnapped in Mexico. 2 of them were killed. I know there's a lot, it's very recent, so I know a lot of the information is kind of still coming in. We don't have all of the answers yet, but these Americans were very close to home in Lake City. Um, and so, I know a lot of locals are kind of chatting about this, with it being so close to home. So let's kind of rehash what we do know detail wise. And you guys can kind of chip in with whatever facts you know. Sarah, do you want to start with kind of what they were doing in Mexico to begin with?
I have a lot of opinions about the after, but I'll be honest, I don't know too much about the before, other than I've heard that they were, one of them was getting a tummy tuck. So they rented a car and traveled to They rented a car in Myrtle Beach, traveled to Mexico. There were actually 5 of them. At the border, one of the women didn't have her ID.
Right.
So she didn't actually go to Mexico, which probably was...
Oh, and I'm sure she's
counting
thanking her lucky stars
now.
Yeah.
And then the 4 that did go into Mexico, I think we heard at first they were mistaken for the Haitian cartel, and they were kidnapped and killed. It sounds like everyone's worst nightmare, like absolutely horrific.
Yeah.
And it's on video, and it looked horrific.
I couldn't even watch the video. When I see those videos, I'm like, do I want to see this or do I not want to see it? I don't think I want to see this one. And Sade, since you saw the video, what did the video show?
You could see a woman and a man being dragged and thrown onto the bed of a truck. And you could see that one of the individuals was like severely injured because the way that they were dragging them and throwing them onto the back of the truck, you could tell that he couldn't get up there himself.
Yikes.
And the individuals who threw him up there had like assault rifles and I guess like Kevlar vests or something on. But it's like your worst nightmare.
Scary. Yeah, very scary. Well, and so we knew, like you said, that she was going down there they were calling it a medical procedure for forever, but then we found out that was a cosmetic tummy tuck type of thing. I'm curious, what would be the reason for going to Mexico? Is it cheaper down there to get those things done?
So we were just talking about this the other night. So we know that like there's a couple of these, it's called, what do they call it? Medical tourism?
Yes, that is
It's
what
called medical
called.
tourism, like people who go to Turkey and get their nose done. Mexico, usually we see tummy tucks, plastic surgery, veneers, and gastric bypass. Because we have a mutual friend that went and got gastric bypass down in Tijuana, I think. So the lady involved in this, because it was one female, because the other female got left in Texas at a hotel. She says that she was going down for a tummy tuck. I'm not sure what all the other people were doing with her, because you would think that if you're going to rent a minivan and drive and you're going to have to come back with staples or, cut all up, because that's what happens in it. I may want one day. I've looked into this. You would want to be able to lay down and stuff, and that would not. That doesn't feel. That feels weird.
And she would have so many people with her.
Yeah, 5 people. Every seat is taken. There's no way to lay down in a band. That felt weird. But she says that she was going down to get this tummy tuck. The doctor that she said, the clinic that she said she was going to have this tummy tuck, said that she did not have an appointment. So that is questionable. And he came out the next day because they immediately called and were asking, about it. And he said that he did not have her down for an
especially for
appointment.
his practice. He doesn't want it being like,
Right.
come down, he's got a whole practice doing tummy tucks and people are just getting killed in the street for them. So he's going to...
I don't want a tummy tuck that bad.
Yeah,
right.
He's going to say what happened.
Yeah.
So is it more this medical tourism? Is it because those places are cheaper? Or is it just because they're better at
they're a
these
lot cheaper.
procedures? Gotcha.
Even when it came out, like the first night that they had it on the news, they were mentioning that, I guess, is it Brownsville is the town that's in Texas that's right over the border?
Right over the
okay.
border. Mm-hmm.
They said that individuals there routinely cross the border in order to buy medications that are cheaper in Mexico than they would be here. And so they're like, it's just common practice for individuals to cross the border and go over there for that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But then I did also hear that the area that this happened, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but that is a notoriously dangerous area for the cartel. So, because, I think more and more stories have come out about that specific area where the government has been having a problem with kind of containing the violence and the crime and the gangs going on there. It's a heavy, drug trafficking place.
And human trafficking area.
And human trafficking. So, I don't know if they knew that they were entering into actually they did know, because in one of the interviews, a family member said they knew of some of the crime there, but they still kind of wanted to go anyway. And so I think the mom of one of the men was kind of checking on them and checking, because she was worried, as mothers do.
Yeah.
And they were like, "We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine."
My
So
mom would never
it's
put me to
interesting.
Mexico
We would
for
have never
that.
been going. Right.
It's a
My
no
mom
for
doesn't
me.
want me going to Walmart after 9 o'clock.
I would have been
My dad.
kidnapped by her prior to leaving the
Yeah.
country.
chained to a bed.
Sarah's tied up in the basement. She's not going to Mexico.
But I was kind of curious. I don't know if they've come out with exactly what happened to. We know that once we found these 4 Americans, that 2 had died, 1 was injured, and 1 was fine. The female was the one that was fine, and 2 of the men were her brothers. And so 1 brother had passed, and 1 was still made it back, even though he had actually been shot a few times in the leg, but he still survived. But from what I know of what happened, I mean, they were in this area. Supposedly, they were caught in the middle of gunfire.
When life gets